In this video I'm just going to very quickly show you how to get set up with the GovUK prototype kit on your Mac. The first thing you're going to do, we're going to install what's called Homebrew. Homebrew is a software repository for command line tools. So if you open up a new tab in your browser, that's Command T if you don't know, and go to brew.sh, and if you just take this line of code here, just click on the little clipboard, and in your terminal, if you paste that and hit return, you'll need to enter your password. I always forget. So Homebrew will tell you what changes it's going to make. If you're downloading scripts off the internet, you should probably take a look at what's inside them before you run them. I'm happy and familiar with Homebrew, so I'm not going to include that step, but just so you know, you should check anything you're downloading from the internet. So I'm going to hit return. So this takes a short while to run. What it's doing is installing all of the software that it needs to run. It's creating folders for that software and changing permissions so that you can use this software. It'll take a while, just let it do its thing. When you see that it's stopped, you'll be able to continue on to the next step. Okay, now that Homebrew is installed, we can check our install by just doing brew -v, and we can see that we've got 3.2.12, so all is looking good there. The prototype toolkit requires Node, so if we just check the page, let's just check the installation guide. So you'll see that it needs Node.js 14. So what we're going to do is brew install Node. Once again, this will take a moment. And once that's finished, if you type in node -v, similar to how we got the version for brew, you'll see that it's installed version 16.9.1. Let's also just check npm. Okay, because we need version 14 ideally, what we're going to do is switch to a different version in brew. So do brew unlink node, and now we're going to do brew install node at 14. And then once that's done, do brew link node at 14. So this might complain. If it does, yep. If it does, just take the recommended code, copy and paste, and run that again. So that's just added a flag to overwrite any existing symlinks. That should be done. So now if I do node -v, we've got version 14.17.6, which is perfect for what we need to do. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is we're going to head back to the prototype kit homepage, and I'm going to download the actual kit itself. So we can see we've got a version of it here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to copy this and go to my documents folder. I'm going to create a folder here, and I'm just going to call this Git, and then inside this new folder I'm going to go prototypes, and I'm going to paste the toolkit in here. Once that's finished, we're going to rename this. And for the purposes of what I'm going to do here, I'm just going to call it YouTube. Okay, so now that you've got Node installed and you've got a copy of the prototype toolkit on your hard drive, we're going to go back to terminal, and what we're going to do is change our location. So we need to do CD, which is change directory. I'm going to do a little tilde key, / documents, and if you press the tab key it will finish off the location for you. Git prototypes and YouTube, and if we do ls space -l, it's a bit difficult to read there, but it will give you the same folder and file structure as you've got in your Finder. So the next thing we need to do is actually install the prototype toolkit's software. To do this, you're going to do npm -i and hit return. So this will get all the necessary prerequisites to run the toolkit locally. And as you can see there, it's created a folder called node_modules, and that's where all of these modules will be loaded into. If at any point you look in there, you'll see a scary amount of stuff. And with that installed, we can now do npm start and just hit yes or no depending on how you feel about anonymous statistics. And you'll get a message at the bottom here: listening on port 3000, URL HTTP localhost 3000. So if you just take the HTTP to 3000 bit and copy that, and in our browser, if we create another tab and do paste and go, here we have our version of the toolkit running locally for you to edit. That's outside the scope of this video. This is simply getting set up and running. If you've got any questions, feel free to post them down in the comments below. I'll try and get back to you. Otherwise, good luck with the toolkit, and hopefully I'll do some follow-up videos showing you how to do bits and pieces at a later date. Thanks for watching. Bye.